Hello, my fellow healers. My name is Adina, and I'm that healing girl. And in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be discussing the energies of the new moon in Sagittarius. Now, it already occurred on December 1st, so I'm behind in my reading. Just sharing news with the community that unfortunately over Thanksgiving, my father passed away. And so I kind of took a break from videos for a while, but I felt that he was a Sagittarius, and so am I, and so I feel like this new moon in Sagittarius energy, I should definitely do the reading and dedicate it to his energy and to him, even though this was like, he was very much a not believing in all the things I do, as far as his spirituality was vastly different than mine. But I just feel called to do the reading anyway, and I'll see what energies come up. As always, take what resonates with you, leaving the rest behind, trusting that you are exactly where you need to be right now in this moment. So the first pile is pile number 1, and that is an amethyst crystal. Pile number 2 is the selenite, and pile number 3 is an apatite crystal. And again, with this new moon in Sagittarius energy, it's very much about exploration. It's very much about, striking out in a new direction, a new journey. And I'm feeling a call ancestrally. And now my dad is one of the ancestors. And I'm feeling this ancestral call for some reason in this reading. Sometimes everything doesn't necessarily make sense in the moment. Of course, in retrospect, years later, we realize why we did something or why we felt compelled to do something. But I definitely feel compelled to do this reading and to dedicate it to my father's spirit. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, pile number 1. Let's see what we have with this amethyst crystal. We're going to place this to the side. As always, I do the tarot first, and we're using the Crow Tarot today. Let's see what we have. Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups. Pile number 1, I feel like you are exploring new thoughts, new concepts, new ideas, new truths. And these all revolve around your emotions. And also, some of you, this might mean that there are women or female presenting people in your life that or have a strong feminine energy that are going to teach you lessons about your emotions and about who you are, your personal truth, the core of you, the being of you. For some of you, this is people that you're going to encounter that are going to share these ideas with you. For others, this is just your own self-discovery. You're going to be guided by your guides, and you're going to be shown things, like either through books, or maybe you meditate with a crystal, with this amethyst crystal, which is all about spirituality. Maybe you connect with the amethyst crystal and your crown chakra opens and you are shown I want to say like information that might have to do with like mysteries of life, but it's more about the mysteries of yourself, like your higher self, like discovering who you are at the core. What is your core truth? What is your core belief in this lifetime? And how can you follow your heart and your emotions? And this person might lead you to that. With this crab, this person might be a Cancer. With this fish, they might be a Pisces, both of whose signs are full of heart and are ruled by water. There's a lot of water, and there's moon. This might happen during like a quarter moon cycle. Yeah. Let us see what oracle cards say. Abundance. So I feel like this person or these ideas, you're not going to be looking for this abundance, but it's going to come to you. And I think it's going to come to you in the, not so much as financial abundance, but an abundance of friends, groups, an abundance of new concepts and ways of living that open you up to new horizons. Maybe you decide you want to like move abroad, or maybe you decide you want to take up a new hobby or some type of artistic skill with this with this Queen of Cups energy, which has a lot of Venusian energy and artist energy to it. And this abundance will be like money coming to you, or ways, roads opening up to you in order for you to do these things, so that you can explore more of who you are at the heart and soul level. And your high self is also helping you to create these possibilities. Your guides are as well. And with this Ace of Swords, you're going to be having a lot of inspirational ideas, not only about how you can live your life, improve your life, but possibly even about how other people can improve and live their life as well. This is a very positive reading, pile number 1. Get a massage. Yes. As a massage therapist myself, who just did some massage today and some energy healing, things like craniosacral and the like, I feel like this is about you getting in touch with not only your sensuality, but also with just your body, right? Just like the idea of being inside of this body that is sensual, not necessarily in a sexual way, but sensual in the way of foods, textures, feelings. What does your heart want? What enriches you on a soul level? What is your truth? And this person, I think, is also going to be, if there's a person that comes to you, and for some of you, you'll learn these lessons with a person. It can either be a deep friendship or a romantic connection, but I sense possibly a romantic connection. They're going to teach you like how to be in touch with your sacral chakra, how to be loving to yourself, how to be nurturing, how to be luxuriant to yourself, how to give yourself a certain amount of luxury. This is going to be a different ideal for a lot of you. And I feel like some of you, the ones that are getting with these Queen of Cups energy people, might be in signs that sort of rule intellect, like Gemini or Aquarius. And you're going to be opened up to the more sensual side of life, you know, food and wine and pleasures and things that normally, maybe even a Virgo, even though that's not an air sign, but just a sign that has more of a strict outlook on life sometimes, that gears on discipline. You might have that outlook, and you're going to be shown a softer side of living and how to connect with life. Yeah, this is an amazing reading. Let's see what the Destiny card says under abundance. It says, flowers are not, wildflower wonderland. Flowers are not intentionally planted. They are untamed, natural, and free. Their fragrance calls bees to pollinate with them, so seeds are created to continue the cycle of life. These kinds of natural flowers don't try to be profuse and beautiful. They just are without struggle. I think this person that you're going to meet, and this person might even be a new you on the other side of these ideas that come into your mind in this new moon in Sagittarius energy. Yeah, but I feel like this might also be a person, and they're just lovely. Like their energy is just yummy and amazing, and they just, when they're in the room with people, people are inspired. People they become like muses without realizing it, right? They're abundant without effort. Prosperity is their birthright, and the grand profusion of a field of untamed flowers reminds you that a windfall is coming. It is simply a matter of aligning your vibration and frequency with that which you desire to manifest. The landscape wants you to know everything is blossoming in life. Open yourself to receive. Abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity are really ready to be activated in your life. Life desires at you to prosper. You are moving towards an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. Don't wait for the abundance to fall into your lap. Take steps. Give deeply and fully. Don't hold back. This card reveals that this is a great time to make investments. The more you give with a free and open heart, the more you receive. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. Yes. You're coming into that period of your life. There's going to be a lot more ease. And even if there isn't a lot more ease in your life right now, you're going to be intending and actively inviting that ease into your life, because that is what is needed right now. You might have had a hard time of it these past few weeks, and now you are ready for some softer, kinder energy to come in. Get a massage. It says massage can be a great way to let go of tension your body may be holding. Consider trading massages with a trusted friend or loved one. Or you might be able to pay a professional to tend to your body in a way that works for you. Maybe you're on the go, everyone is busy, or you're not comfortable with others touching you. That's okay. Try engaging in self-massage of your scalp, shoulder, hand, or foot. Continue as long as it feels good or soothing. Experiment with different kinds of touch and pressure to find out what works best for you. This is a leaning into this gentler, kinder, softer vision of life, pile number 1. I think that, again, you're going to get the messages and the guidance and the direction to go in order to receive this energy, probably from your guides. You'll be led to books or movies or other types of media, or maybe even a person who will show you how to embody this energy, pile number 1. And that is the message that I have for you. What a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and comment with a heart emoji of any color if you enjoyed this reading and made it to the end. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, pile number 2 with the Selenite crystal. Let's see what we have in store for you. We start, of course, with the tarot cards first. Temperance. Eight of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. This feels like, with the Ace of Pentacles, this feels like the holidays. I was telling you, pile number 2, to choose your time and energy and resources wisely, to choose to use those wisely. Maybe this holiday, not necessarily to go all out with the spending, because if you do, I feel like with this Eight of Wands energy, pardon me, it's going to be, the holidays is a very rush and frantic time, and before you know it, you might turn around and realize you have overspent more than you have. Yeah. This is a time to start to set aside, actually. I'm getting the vibe of setting aside money as well as you spending it. So not saying don't spend it. This is about temperance, which is about balance, which means maybe be more modest in your spending and also set aside money to invest in something that's going to bring you back a return. Maybe that's like your 401k, your retirement, a savings fund, anything like that. That's the vibe I'm getting. This is very responsible energy. And for some of you, you're going to make an investment that's going to give you quick returns with this Eight of Wands energy as well. That's very positive. Eight of Wands is a very positive card. So this is not necessarily like a warning that anything hugely dire is happening, but you definitely might overindulge. And this Temperance card is a way to safeguard against that, to use the energy of balance to find a better way to moderate your energies. Also, some of you, this is a message for health, because the Pentacles can also be not only about financial wealth, but like the wealth and health, that exactly that, health wealth, essentially, because being healthy is in its own form of blessing, abundance, and currency, right? So some of you are being asked to also be mindful of the foods that you eat, not necessarily depriving yourself of the things you want, but maybe not going on that complete pie binge, you know, on Christmas, things like that. Yeah, that's the energy I'm feeling. And this is a very Sag. I think some of these piles, again, this pile might be for the Saggies, because that's us fellow Saggy. I know that Temperance rules us. Temperance is the card that rules Sagittarius, and that is because sometimes we get a little too extra, and we just do a little bit too much, and it's fine. We just need to rein it in sometimes. Let's see what happens here. Stand still. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of Hangman energy too with the standstill, and that might be also reflected in the Mercury retrograde energy that's happening right now. Like Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius is definitely going to be affecting our money, our health. Things might happen that we could not plan for. There might be bank errors. There might be like maybe you thought you had this much, and actually this whole other unexpected fee comes through, and now you're like, where before you were sitting pretty, you might be like paycheck to paycheck for the month. That's the energy I'm getting from this. And let's see what the Nourish card has. Physical affection. I think this is telling you to lean into meaningful experiences versus like mindless shopping. That's definitely what I'm getting from this. And to lean closer into your loved ones. And like the holidays are really about the time we share with those that we care, or building relationships with community. If we don't have that close, familial or friendship, we can also find ways to go out into our community to do volunteer work and to try and make connections and friendships in groups that are altruistic. That's another, and that's a very Sagittarian thing too, as well, like an altruistic philosophy. Let's see what the Destiny card has to say about stand still. It says, swamplands. A swamp is a low-lying area with woody plants, shrubs, and trees, where the water collects and saturates the ground. During rainy season, swamplands become overwhelmed with water. The edge of the swamp is often a quagmire of mud and silt, but an abundance of plant and swamp insects dwell there. Because of the sticky nature of mud, it is often impossible to walk through the swamplands. Even trying to maneuver with a boat can be difficult and treacherous because of dense vegetation. However, there is great value in swamplands. They act as natural flood control, as runoff can be temporarily stored in their basins. They keep the land around them from washing away. Lush vegetation provides a haven for nesting birds and waterfowl, as well as habitat to mammals such as beavers. Freshwater swamps near the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers in the Middle East are part of the Fertile Crescent and contribute to the fertility of land for earliest humans. The landscape wants you to know. If you feel that some areas of your life have slowed down or come to a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing, even if it seems things are flowing. Look beneath the surface. Something is immovable. The first step is to become unstuck, is to acknowledge where you are. The soul loves the truth. In life, you can either say there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds in me and pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life, and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers in nature. When one is being sucked into mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. I think that has to do with the fact that if you do find yourself in this position where you have spent, where you have overindulged, where you've extended, like, don't panic, but very calmly look at, how do I reverse this scenario? And think about that, and then take slow and planned steps, because this is still Mercury retrograde, to reverse that. Maybe that means stop spending altogether. Maybe that means you make homemade gifts or something like that. I'm also getting, for some of you with this heavy water land, and because of the time of the season that we're in, some of you might actually be in areas that are threatened by flooding, rains, and other winter storms. And the Spirit is telling me that some of you need to plan ahead with this Ace of Pentacles. Plan ahead with some kind of like emergency, like food, go bag type thing. So just in case. I don't know why that's coming up, but it's coming up. Like if some of you live in hurricane areas or winter storm areas. Maybe you're snowed in like areas like Alaska or the Midwest or something like that. It's the vibe I'm getting from this as well. To definitely plan for that, for an unforeseen occurrence of some kind. The other message is to look where you're stuck in life so that you can start to, some of this might be financial abundance or health, but look where you're stuck in life so that you might be able to extricate yourself from a situation that has to do with financial hardship and or health. Those things are coming up. Let's see what the physical affection card has to say. This is a new deck, so I'm just not as familiar where everything is in the deck. It's very beautiful art. It says physical affection. Something powerful happens in our brains and bodies when we have affectionate contact with others. When we hug for 20 seconds, oxytocin, the love hormone, is released into our brains. Hugging slows your heart rate and reduces stress. Having physical contact with someone else, holding hands, or even having a hand on an arm or shoulder can make us feel more grounded and less afraid. Reaching out to touch someone with consent, of course, helps regulate our nervous systems and reminds us we are not alone. Yes, if you do find yourself stuck in any conundrums or problems because of either overspending, overindulgence, or just something unforeseen that comes up because of Mercury retrograde, definitely seek out support and or community just so you can kind of remain grounded. And again, I'm getting this message with regards to the holidays. Like, people just want to see you, right? Like ideally, the gift giving is supposed to be secondary. It's supposed to be a way to show love and affection through a physical act of giving gift. And I think some of you in this pile might be just going a little bit too spendy when really what your loved ones want is your affection. Yeah. Your time, your company. And you can go with a more modest gift, but something that just shows that you care and that you see them. It's the main thing that I'm getting here. Also, that some of you need a hug, because yeah, if this problem hasn't cropped up already, it might, and feel free to lean into your community for the support that you need. Yeah, for sure. That's the message I'm getting for some of you. This could be coming swiftly. And again, like I said, I'm getting, for some of you, definitely prep an emergency sort of thing for a storm or winter or being snowed in or flooding or something of that nature. Winter storm, which is the Ace of Pentacles, which is definitely about starting to plan, right? Plan for the future, for your future security. And for some of you, this might mean starting to invest, or at least researching how that you might start to invest, that type of thing. Investing in friendships, families, that's also a currency as well, right? Investing in friendships and families, also a source of security and community. That's also worth so much. Yeah. That is what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you feel like you've made it to the end and you feel like this reading resonates with you, please like and subscribe, comment with a heart of any color, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. with the Apatite crystal. And I will say that this pile had extra cards. So I wonder if there's like, yeah, this pile just, extra cards fell out. So there's just more. Maybe there's more messages. Two of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Knight of Swords. Justice. This particular pile, I feel like you are leaving. This feels like, to be honest, breakups, divorces, rulings of some kind, that you were in a situation or a partnership, maybe even a business or a job scenario that caused you a lot of mental anguish with this Eight of Swords. And for whatever reason, you are either leaving, like a divorce or a legal separation, or you're making a court case against this person or company or job. And with this two of Cups and this sort of little medical sign, some of you, this might even be like the message I'm getting, you might be suing like insurance or medical malpractice or something of that nature. Yeah, particularly with this heart. And with this Two of Pentacles, you're juggling like your well-being, your financial situation, and your livelihood, essentially, with this case. Rest in the balance of this case. Because, and with the Justice card coming up, I think it might be ruled in your favor. It feels like you definitely have a, you definitely have a case. And you're definitely, for most of you, it feels like you're in the right. And this is weighing on your mind so much, it's keeping you up at night. You can't sleep. For some of you, this is a divorce or legal separation. And it's not been pleasant. Like this has been like this is the final draw, and you are ready to be rid of this scenario. Yeah. Yeah. And for others of you, this is a business partnership that's gone sour. Maybe one partnership was doing like some really shady things, like misappropriating funds or doing things the other partner wasn't aware of, and you had to seek legal counsel. And for others of you, again, maybe it's just like it's a job, but I'm getting more. It might be a job, but I'm getting more that it also might be like independent contracting, where it's like direct relationship between you and another business or entity, and you are leaving, and you are, if you're seeking a legal proceeding against these persons for a fair negotiation of money's assets, and or seeking legal restitution, there's a good chance that you will be delivered justice with this Justice card here. Let's see. Purification voyage. Yes. So you are going to be, with this purification card, it's definitely like a journey, right? It's definitely, with this voyage card, this is a process. It's not going to happen fast. And with the Mercury retrograde energy coming in, you're really being admonished to get all of your paperwork in order, dot all of your I's, cross all of your T's, anything that you need to do, any proof documents that you need to have, get them, and double, triple, quadruple check them to make sure that they are right and reliable. If there's witnesses, make sure that they are going to show up on the court date. Like, don't leave anything to chance. Make sure it's something that's reliable. And I'm getting the strong message of only use rock solid proof information. Like, no, you know, if it's not reliable proof, like, use the strongest proof that you have to make your case. Let's see. Time in the sublime. Take in pleasant moments. I'm getting that this is going to be an ordeal. It's not going to be fast. It's going to be a process of a journey. And so you're going to have to take moments to yourself to sort of rest and digest, to sort of, ground yourself, come back to yourself, do some pleasurable things so that life is not just all the stress of this, right? Right, and I feel like a lot of you have lost sleep. Some of you might need to take a vacation after this one if you do get a ruling in your favor, and I think there's a strong chance that you will. Some of you might need to take a trip after this. Others of you need to do things to protect your energy, like using crystals like black obsidian, like saging, like Florida water, like salt baths. Throughout this time, occasionally doing these things to clear your energy, because there's a lot of negativity happening. It's not coming from you, though. It's coming from the other party. And you need to really separate your energy and create clear boundaries as to what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, and what you will and won't stand for. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, let's see what the Voyage cards has to say. Voyage and purification. Let's start with purification first. It says summer rain. Traditionally, rain symbolizes rebirth and washes away one's sins. Water is also associated with emotions, and a summer rain can represent the release of long-held emotions. Yes, the allows for purification and inner healing. There is also a renewal aspect of the rain. The old saying, the April showers bring May flowers, means that following the rain is a time of renewal and blossoming. The sacred landscape wants you to know it's difficult for new, vibrant energy to enter your life if it's clogged with old, outdated energy. Cleanse and purify your body and your physical space. This is a great time for detox, clutter clearing, cleansing, and space clearing. Release outdated energy to invite fresh, clear energy into your life. Eat lightly, don't take things personally. Release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself, thought, word, and deed. Decluttering is a modern-day alchemy. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. This card can also represent abundance, as flowing water is a metaphor for prosperity, and the summer is a time of expansion. I think for you, this is a relationship, whatever it is, anything that's kind of like the old energy that's connected to that space, that person, with old photos, old things. You might need to get rid of those. You might need to declutter old things out of your life that no longer have positive associations in your mind. Because, this is for your health and spiritual well-being for sure. Let's see, with the Voyage card, what comes up? Humpback whale. Voyage. Humpback whales make the longest journey of any mammal. They travel 14,000 miles every year. They spend the summer months, there's summer again, near polar regions, and in the winter they journey towards the equator to tropical waters. Among some native tribes, whales are considered to be protectors of travelers and journeyers, as well as guardians of the sea. This card indicates that no matter what your journey is and where it takes you, you have protectors at your side. Those are your guides, your angels, your protectors. Lean into them. Get ready when you are about to embark on a journey. It might be an inner sojourn or an outer voyage to a distant land. It might be a project or an idea that is coming to life, but most certainly you are an intrepid traveler sallying forth into the unknown. Where do you want to go? What have you always wanted to do? Be. This is a time to make it happen. Get prepared. Have a clear vision of what you want to experience. Also be prepared for the unexpected. That is part of the exhilaration of being a traveler. Remember to enjoy the journey as much as reaching the destination. For some of you, you might be taking a trip after this. For others of you, this is about the journey of the alchemizing of your mind as you're going through this whole process and deciding, how do you want to transform? What person do you want to be once all of this is over? Let's read our Nourish cards. Hope this one came up first. Take in pleasant moments. There's a deep nourishment for the soul in those little moments we rush past as we move through the day. Taking time to slow down and enjoy a moment fully can fill your emotional reserves. Drop into your senses. Notice the little details. Notice how it makes you feel emotionally and what it feels like in your body. You can look for the nourishment in any moment. Maybe there is a color you love off to your left, or maybe the person you're talking to has kind eyes or a beautiful smile. Bask in these little moments and let them fill you up. Yes, your cup of coffee, your just anything that you have that brings you joy, just savor those smaller moments, those smaller joys, and try and take some comfort in that as you get through this difficult time. Pile number 3. Let's see. Spend time in the sublime. Take a break from focused activity of daily life and spend time in the sublime. One of the many ways to transcend the mundane into the sublime is by spending time in nature. Find someplace beautiful, green spaces with trees, wildflowers, flowers, wildlife, or natural water if possible. Be still, settle in, and just breathe as you watch life moving around you. Notice what surfaces. Maybe you experience a sense of vast expansion, or perhaps you begin to feel intricately tiny. Maybe there's a sense of awe, wonder, oneness, or inspiration. Take a moment to listen. Feel the air on your skin. Notice what you smell. Sense how it feels to be here. Savor the moment. See how deeply you can take it in. Remember the ways you are connected to it all. Yes, these moments are the core of living, and you've been like surrounded by so much darkness and so much negative energy, but now you are breaking away from that. You are separating from that, and in the process of that separation, oh my God, I'm getting tongue-tied, so maybe this person also has stifled your self-expression, but in the process of that purification of releasing, take moments to just be. Go out in nature, cleanse yourself, find the joy in life again. Pile number 3. This is a journey, and I think because these have both talked about summer, I think that maybe you might find a resolution to this situation probably sometime in the summer, like a complete resolution. Again, it's a journey. If it's a legal proceeding or a separation or anything like that that's starting right now, it might come to its complete conclusion in the summer, and you might even feel like a completely different person at the end of it. Pile number 3. That is all that I have for you, and for whatever reason, I'm getting this song called Summer Rain. I'll have to post it in the info section. But yeah, it's by this R&B singer from the early 2000s called Carl Thomas, and yeah, it's a great song. But at any rate, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. If you've made it to the end and it resonates with you, please like and subscribe and comment with a heart emoji of any color. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you so much. And thank you for allowing me to read for you and sort of also kind of show up in this kind of my own vulnerable time as well. All right, pile number 3. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.